What's going on? So, not able to leave well enough alone because I like working on things late at night. I'm working on a Volkswagen right now, maybe my own. It does have a EGR modification pipe on it here, it looks like somebody modified it and it's been dangling. It was me. I modified it. I'm terrible. But it's been kind of hanging on by itself there. And unfortunately, that means that, as you can see, it's still vibrating there. So that made the pipe get loose, and now it had a good amount of soot and everything coming out to where the EGR would be going into the sensor there. So, or going into the sensor into the actual EGR. So now I need to take this apart and go under here and under here, and there's some bolts that go, I can't actually show it, but they go on the other side of there. So you got to take off the intercooler piping here. As you can see, I've already taken off or taken out, man, I need better lighting. I have my light broke in the garage, so but I've already taken out the battery, the Optima that was in there, and I took out the tray that was on top of there, my S&B air intake, which is right there, but I took that out and it'll be going right there. But take all that stuff apart, blah blah, come through, and I'm gonna, the car's already in the air, I'm gonna just take out this intercooler pipe and get to it. Yeah. All right, so got a few things apart now. So took off the bottom skid plate, loosened up the intercooler hose on the bottom, so I took out the charge pipe hose. Oh, careful with that. Those things are crazy expensive for some ungodly known reason. Yeah, I don't know. It was like $100 some for just that tube. It's whatever. So this is the thing I'm trying to get out. As you can look down into my new speed turbo discharge pipe, has a little thin coating of oil. So maybe at some point I will be replacing a turbo or something. I'm gonna try and keep the shaky cam down to a minimum here, but make sure I can actually see it on camera here. So you can see those bolts right there. Now that I have that off, I can actually get to those things and do that. There is also one other little, I'm gonna spray those bolts down. I'm looking at them right now like, yeah, that looks like that's gonna break on me. There's another little EGT sensor in there too. Look at that thing. Look at that little guy. Hey, little guy. Yeah. It was a cool 10%, but anyway, there's another bracket, and it looks like it's a triple square down in there. So that little bolt right there, I'm going to take that out, and I believe that is going to help remove this whole thing. So wish me luck. All right, so I got the pipe out there. A little bit of work in there, just kind of making sure you get it back and forth, you know. If it is already leaking, there's no harm in really destroying it more to get it out. But as you can see, mine was leaking in one and two different places it was leaking. So there's that. I'm gonna get ready to put the new one in here and patch it on back up. But important note, this is the turbo discharge hose. It goes from the outlet of the turbo to the hot side of the the pipe right here. I guess it'd be going to your intercooler piping. So it'll be going to that. You should, if it is, you get it apart and it's all cracked and brittle, you can totally buy a new one. They have them on FCP Euro. They have them on, I don't think they have them Rock Auto, but I know they got them on FCP Euro, so I got mine from. I'll link it in the description. Also, you can get it from Amazon. You can get it from wherever you like, but just make sure you replace it, because if you don't, then you got to remove all this stuff again just to do this hose. So if you think this is what's leaking, I'm going to wipe mine off there because I had some oil on it. But if you think this, yours is original, that's what's leaking, it should be pretty soft and pliable like so. But it does sit down there where the valley of the beast is, nice and hot. So it does deal with oil, and it corrodes and cooks and basically gets stuff all hot. I believe I've already thrown my old one away, but I replaced it already. It's, cheap maintenance. I think it's like $15 maybe. So yeah, definitely a good time to replace that. But now I'm going to put everything back together. You see, I don't know if you can actually see it on there, but yeah. So I sprayed off those bolts and everything like that. And there's your DGR port. And I'm going to run that all the way back around there, and should be good to go. Yeah.